Another day, another video. So today's video is something I feel like I've been starting to see more on my feed, my recommendations, and it is the 75 hard challenge. Now, you might be surprised, but I've done this a couple years ago where I attempted at the 75 hard, and I did accomplish it in the sense that I finished the challenge, but I don't feel like I reaped the benefits that I was expecting when I started the challenge. So in my eyes, it was still kind of a fail because it didn't give me the sustainability I wanted to be able to apply it to the rest of my life, which is why we are going to be doing a little challenge that is customized to my needs, my schedule, which was a big issue the first time I did this, and just what I want from this challenge for the long run. I want this to be sustainable to my lifestyle. And that is what this video is going to be all about. We are going to be talking about what didn't work, what I want to bring into this, and just how I'm gonna go about it this time around. So I've got my iPad here with all the notes. My ins and outs for the 75-day challenge. My ins are drinking that 3 liters. I have these really big water bottles now that I take with me with my workouts, and it's essentially 2 liters. So if I just drink 2 of those, I am good for the day. And as long as I hit my daily workout, I will drink those 3 liters. The second one is read 10 pages. I really love this aspect of the challenge because once I started reading those 10 pages, I couldn't put the book down. So usually I'd go through a whole chapter or 2 before I ended off for the night. So that is something I want to continue, especially now that I have a book collection I'm starting. If you haven't seen this little vlog, it has a whole haul of all the books that I've gotten recently and what I want for myself when it comes to reading such books. Now the outs. This list is slightly longer because there's a lot of things I did not agree with the 75-day hard challenge. 1, follow a diet. I eat good, as in I eat a well-balanced diet, but also the dieting aspect of it did not work for me. I am not someone who can diet. If I diet, I fixate. If I fixate, I spiral essentially. So dieting is not something that works for me, and it won't be something I'll be bringing into this challenge. The second is taking progress pics. Now here, I'll show you a bunch of progress pics I did take. In my sense, it was videos just because I wanted to do a whole 360. Y'all, when I say I fixated so hard on what my body looked like instead of the weights I was lifting, it just did not do it for me. I have had body insecurities before, so the whole taking progress pics did bring up some of that, and that is not something I want to bring up into my future. I don't think it is productive for me to take progress pics, so it is not something I'll be bringing into this challenge. Now the third, 2 45-minute workouts. Now I will be honest, either I have an 8-hour shift and work, or I have work, or I have classes that are probably more than 8 hours. It's not reasonable for me to have 2 45-minute workouts. Instead, I have a different goal in mind that I will be sharing a little bit later on. And the last one, no alcohol. Now this one might be a little bit of a shocker. I do not drink a lot, but I do drink socially. I do not want to take away from experiences because I want to limit alcohol. Also, I don't drink enough for it to affect me the next day. I'm just putting that out there. So this rule just in general never made sense to me because I've never felt the need to cut back on it because I don't drink enough for me to need to do that, which is why it is going to be an out for this challenge, especially since I've got birthdays coming up and your girl wants to have fun with the birthday girls. Now, these are the alternatives that I'm going to bring in because even though I did take some stuff out from the 75 hard, I still want to incorporate it in some way because I do think it brings value. The first one is, instead of progress pics, I will be tracking weights. Now, the way I'm going to do it is I'll put it up here. These are my before. So this is what I'm currently lifting. And by the end of this challenge, I want to be lifting 2.5 to 5 pounds. And I think that is reasonable because this is within like a month timeline. So I think that's a reasonable ask for myself. And then I will also track how like far along I am. And this is more for my cardio centered tasks. So bikes, running, I want to track how much more distance I can do per speed and like the intervals, and just see how that changes as I progress onto this challenge. Now, number 4. What I want from this. I think the biggest thing for me is balance. I want to balance work, my social life, my personal life, and school life, just all of it. I am a second-year nursing student. I am a third-year psych student. I do have part-time job, and I have family and friends that I want to always hang out. But I find it hard to juggle all that stuff. And I am also going to call myself out saying this. I am pretty lazy. Now, if I don't put markers onto things, I won't try to accomplish it, just because that is how I am and it's something I'm working towards. By making these deadlines, and pretty like harsh deadlines, I'm forced to not being able to procrastinate and actually do said tasks. So yes. And the second one is to not be chronically tired. I've recently found myself exhausted, and I think one of the reasons why is I will literally get home from a clinical shift and I will be dead. And it's not to say I don't have energy to do stuff, it's just I have no desire. And as much as I want this challenge to be motivating, I want this to create discipline. I don't want to be tired constantly just because the bed looks real nice. I don't want to be just tired just because I want something warm and I just want to cuddle like in my bed. It's not something that is sustainable to what I want this challenge to be sustainable. I have so much I want to do in this year, and I feel like I need to make more time doing those things that I love and want to be able to pursue, and it requires me to have more discipline. And that is another big thing I want this challenge to bring for me. Discipline. I want to, in 2024, I wanted to try new things, which I think I've been doing a great job of doing, and to create discipline for myself, because as easy as it is to get that instant or that current motivation, it does die out. I don't always feel like working out. I don't always feel like picking up my book, but if I'm disciplined about it and I just get started, I am able to easily recognize why I'm doing what I'm doing. So yes, that is going to be the start. The time frame for this challenge for me is 30 days. They do say it takes 21 days to create a habit, and I just want to do this so I can prove to myself that this is something I can do and be able to bring it along with me for what's to come. So yes, that is all, and let's see how this goes. Pas de soleil, pas de soleil, pas de soleil, pas de soleil.